A hub for marine products, the fishing village of Kukup is where the locals and tourists can head for a serene and sedate setting. Kukup is situated 80 kilometers away from the city of Johor Bahru and just around 20 kilometers from Pontian town. As part of their routine, the local fishermen will offload their catch from the sea as their main source of income depends highly on it. Right across the town, the terminal is the port for tourists heading to the Indonesian islands like Karimun, Tanjung Balai and Batam via the ferry. Sample the rustic way of life in Kukup and get to know more about its attractions, namely the Kukup Island National Park. Visitors can be informed about Kukup Island and its rich social history at the Information Center and Gallery. An exhibition area inside the gallery supplies information and programs for visitors. They can also inquire on the activities and attractions from the helpful staff. A biodiversity charm of wetland-associated plant and animal lives, Kukup Island has been granted the status of a Wetland of International Importance, or Ramsar Site, by the Geneva-based Ramsar Convention Bureau in January 2003. From the jetty, boat rides will take visitors on return daily trips as the Kukup Island remains uninhabited to this day. Expect fresh sea winds and soak in the awesome sight of the fishing villages nearby as the short boat ride takes you to the Kukup Island National Park. Situated on the main jetty, the info counter and gallery are the starting point before visitors are taken into the national park. Kukup Island is testament that size doesn't matter, as although it is a small isolated island from the mainland, it was gazetted as Johor National Park on 27th of March 1997. The island contains 50% of the world's mangrove species and is home to 12 species of fauna and 76 species of birds. It is the only mangrove island in Johor waters. Once a favorite stakeout for the pirates, Kukup Island is also the second largest mangrove island in the world, which makes it a haven and sanctuary for all the mudflat dwellers. One of the main attractions in the park, the suspension bridge, spans 35 feet across and extends over Sungai Ula. Right from the bridge, the view surrounding Kukup village, with most of its houses built on stilts, can be seen, making it a great photo opportunity. The short stroll across the bridge is certainly refreshing. From the boardwalk, visitors can observe the different vegetation that makes up the mangrove forest. At the conservation plot, the National Park personnel will explain some of the different species of mollusks and shellfish. Visitors can even have a go at digging in the mud, looking for bivalves and snails. These edible species will remain on the island, being able to withstand the changing of tides and weather. During low tide, the biggest mammal on the Kukup Island, the wild boars, will make an appearance. The females are generally smaller than the males, and the young wild boars are born with thick hair, having a distinct patterned coat. Similar to the botanical garden, the Arboretum is a venue for plants to be cultivated for scientific and educational purposes. Walking along the short boardwalk, visitors will be introduced to a variety of mangrove plants, such as Bakau Putih and Rotandini, and their respective uses. The fruit of Rotandini, for instance, can be used to lessen the scars caused by chickenpox, while the branches are used in handicrafts, making wooden baskets, or woven into roofs of traditional houses. Not just the mangrove plants, some mudskippers and skinks also live in the area. Feeding mainly on insects and small rodents, skinks look roughly like lizards. However, most species have small legs and no pronounced neck. Their way of slithering resembles the snakes rather than lizards. As visitors go all the way up the 30-meter tower, soak in the sights of the national park at every level and be in awe with the awesome sight. Kukup Island is one of the important migratory stopover sites for shorebirds, such as whimbrel, redshank, greenshank, and the common sandpiper. One can observe the migration of raptors, such as the oriental honey buzzard, which hovers over the skies on their way to Indonesia. The Kukup Island National Park also provides a boat ride experience among its many attractions. Taking a small boat from the end of the boardwalk near the observation tower, crossing the picturesque Sungai Ula, sets the sights of the area by being fringed by stilt roots of the mangrove plants. Expect to encounter some lizards cooling off from the heat in the waters and leave the park with an unforgettable experience. Being able to soak in the sun and fresh mangrove air, the boat ride will take visitors right up to the starting point. Kukup is made up of 3 villages, namely Kukup Laut, Air Masin, and Kampung Melayu. And the fishing community is also famous for its marine-based food products like keropok, belacan, and chenchalo. These products are perfect as gifts as they also help the locals to market their merchandise elsewhere. The island physically protects the cage culture industry from strong winds and waves. The diversity of aquatic life here includes crabs, shellfish, and fish, which are the main source of income for local fishermen. Providing shelter and nursery grounds for the marine life, commercial fish species which are cultured here are largely for the demands of the market. Visitors can learn more about the variety of aquatic life here, as local breeders will be more than willing to enlighten them. Every year, there's a reported high flow of tourists visiting Kukup for its famous seafood, which is available at several restaurants along the small street. This contributes to the popularity of Kukup Island as a fishing village and also provides job opportunities for the locals and improvement of facilities in its small town. Enjoy the beauty of the national park. Immerse yourself in a delightfully natural ecosystem and indulge in seafood offerings right here in Kukup. It would definitely be an experience to remember.